they're so
Like
it's
memes
either
or like serious
so
political?
no, everything. Like the memes that go along with it. But everybody's so like unhinged and
It's gonna sound very dumb, but
dug up, in their fucking stances that is like wild.
I genuinely didn't know that Trump was running again.
He
thought-
just announced
You
it,
thought it was a meme or?
I just didn't think it was gonna happen. But
brother.
Oh,
It's
and
happening. It's gonna
And
happen.
then everybody's switching up their tone already. Pence.
Well, I don't
everybody.
know, because they lost seats. They lost a lot of seats a couple weeks ago. Not only Senate-wise, but governally.
I mean, there's gonna be like full battle between him and DeSantis, right?
Yeah, unless they become running mates. If they become running mates,
don't you mean DeSanctimonious?
no, mames.
That guy's
It-
face is grade A.
If they run,
Hello.
they might win. If they run and it's still Biden, Joe Byron, they're gonna win.
Byron.
They're gonna win. That's crazy. Is it wild? No.
To have a president that was impeached?
Almost borderline twice. Almost twice. For literally once, almost twice. I don't know. I really don't know if he'll win again. I think if he teams up with DeSantis, I think they might win just because DeSantis is so popular, and Trump is Trump, and he has that fan base, that cuckoo fan base that'll vote for him.
Cuckoo. Nope, they might.
I don't know. And Biden doesn't really instill like. I don't want to fucking vote for Biden, but I had to. I literally had to vote for him.
Have to.
Like, at least Pritzker proved me wrong. I thought he was going to be dog shit, and he's actually been a good governor. I
Yeah.
felt fine voting for him
Uh-huh.
last week. I was like, yeah, I'll vote for him. Love that the race was called literally 1 minute after the polls opened, by the way. That was awesome.
That's good.
Like, I didn't even have to go.
Talk about getting trounced.
I had to go all day. I actually saw your guys' cousin Eddie there.
Oh, yeah?
He was at Nightingale.
Yeah, he lives like a block away from you.
I went in, got my ballot on the way back. I was like, we like made eye contact. I was like, yo, and then we just shook up. That was it. Like,
Nice.
I hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
He was there. It was like 6:30 already. Like, polls were about to close. So like, they probably didn't even fucking count my vote by the time they announced the results.
No, I think I have no. I don't know how it works. I'm not even gonna talk about it.
There was 2 pages worth of judges, and then I accidentally fucked up, so I had to refill the whole ballot out.
Sure.
I lost a little full.
Sherry did the same thing.
Trash. Why did they give you a Sharpie? Trash.
I did the electronic one.
There was a line for the electronic one because they only had like 3. I was like, just give me the fucking paper one.
Yeah.
Let me be
Where did you get your cheat sheet from?
Just online somewhere. And then I had a little index card. I was
Nice.
like, I don't think they'll tell me anything.
No, you're allowed to do that.
So it's not good. Oh, I didn't sneak it in. I literally just pulled it out.
Yeah.
And then it came out wrong. And then they're like, you have to redo the whole thing. Trash.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Because tonight's Survivor night. So
What? Today's what?
And Survivor.
tonight's Survivor
Nah,
night. We gotta
man.
get this going, bro.
Just wait till it's on Netflix.
It's already happening right now. It's literally trending on Twitter right now.
Dang, I can't believe it's that popular of a show. Low
It's
key.
fucking awesome.
CBS?
CBS.
Oh, yeah.
It is America's most watched network.
It
so
is, truly. You know what it is? I think I've said this before. It's like Chameleon on mega steroids.
Yeah.
It's just fucking. All right, ready? Because I'm not. But here we go.
Me either. Let's go. Let's do it.
I have this thing where I get older, but just never wiser. Midnights become my afternoons. When my
You are now listening to the Fielder's Choice podcast. It is Wednesday, November 16th. The season is over. It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is.
And we're back.
Is it crazy to you guys that Thanksgiving is 1 week away?
It's next week.
That's kind of wild to me.
It is kind of wild.
It like kind of snuck up really quick.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know.
Because we're older
I don't get
and the
phased by
passage
that
of
anymore.
time has shrunk.
I don't even care about
You don't
time.
get.
Time is
What?
like, let's go. Next thing up, baby.
Damn.
And it's like Christmas, and then there's like Olga's birthday, and then there's like
Yeah.
baseball again,
Never
and then we're
stops.
summer,
It
and then
never
we're doing a
stops.
bunch of shit, and then it's my birthday, and then it's Halloween, and then the year keeps on going.
I don't mind that the days go by quick, but I feel like they only go by quick until the New Year starts. I feel like
Yeah.
at least for me personally, January through March are so slow.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
And the second it starts to get nice outside, it just everything breezes by, which I don't mind. Whatever. I like that life is going away so fast that before you know it, we're gonna be old and die. But just the cold winter months are the ones that suck.
Yeah.
If I ever win the Mega Million, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I don't
That's
think
all
you
I
need
know.
to win Mega Billions to do that.
Damn, that's true. Stay woke.
Stay woke.
And my next podcast we record, I might be remote somewhere else. Stay tuned.
Yeah, there's the whole like, as you get older, a month, the passing of time becomes a smaller percentage. You know what I mean?
Once you have to like work and pay your own bills and all that, that's when it's like, all right, because you have to go to work. Whereas a kid, you get like summer vacation, winter break.
Yeah, but what I'm
Spring
saying
break.
is, when you're 10 years old, 1 year is
Eternity.
is 10% of your entire life.
Ah, I get what
see
you're
what you
saying.
When
meant.
you're
I get what you're
40, 1 year it becomes so much
Yeah,
smaller.
it's mad.
You
So
know?
Dios quiere, we get to that age.
Listen, I just need 50 years of my life.
No.
Nah, I want more.
You need more. I want more. I want all the years.
I would
Give
love to have
me-
more. I just need 50 years.
Give
Oh,
me
okay,
all of it.
okay.
I've always thought that 85 is like good because you're not too fucking old. You're old.
I just don't want to depend on anyone.
Gotcha.
I'm out once I'm depending on people
Really?
to take care of me. I'm out.
What about uploading your consciousness?
Nah.
I'd do that
I
in a
don't wanna
heartbeat.
die.
And then
think
you
I'm
go
in.
to like a young body, like
Think-
a young hot.
Or you just like exist in the cloud, pretty much?
No, that I'm not down. If I have like a
Nah.
physical, hot, young, built body,
Oh,
I'm
no, I
down.
don't think you can do that.
Have you guys ever thought, and not to get too
Damn. It's off season, brother. We're
not,
officially
not to
here.
get too depressing mode here. Have you guys ever thought about the calmness of like dying?
No.
Like not worrying about bills,
I
not worrying
have.
about
No,
fucking.
no.
I have, but I don't want to. Like, I just wanted to. I'm fucking knock on wood, but like, just it happened. You know,
Yeah, of course.
the thought of it and
Yeah, I
it
don't wanna get
happening is
tortured,
scary, right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, yeah,
You know what? The interesting,
calmness.
the thing for me is I don't think about dying. When I think about death, I don't think about the dying part. I think about afterward. I think about not existing.
Oh yeah, that's the best part.
I think about not having thoughts, and it creeps me out.
Oh no, dude.
what creeps me out.
Creeps me out. I
I'm looking forward to it.
I
but like-
run from that. I can't. Once I start thinking about that, I gotta like think
Oh,
about like,
no.
fucking TikTok or something.
What creeps me
Oh, no,
out,
I've sat
literally,
there.
since I was a kid, I used to fucking freak myself out. This is before I knew the sun was gonna explode, but
oh
even
my
now, still,
Uh-huh.
like you die and then time just keeps going
Oh,
and
yeah.
going
Yeah.
and going and going. Dude, it like if I still think about it hard to this day, like you said, I had to like
Yeah,
I
I
like my
can't-
heart sinks to my
Yeah.
stomach.
Yeah.
Me, Olga and I, my girl and I, have sat many nights and just like talked, and we get to the point where we're talking about how much of a stranger like like you generationally down the line, like your own family is gonna be from each other, let alone from you. Like, dude, they're gonna be strangers.
Yeah, they don't know anything
Like,
about you.
5 or 6 generations
Not
after
even.
you, like, dude,
Not-
they don't
not
know
even
they're not-
5.
They're not gonna give a rat's ass about you.
Not even 5, like 3
Yeah,
generations.
yeah.
It's crazy.
So,
like,
5 generations down, like
oh, you're
Ruben's family and your family are gonna be like so far apart from each other. It's crazy.
yeah.
It's crazy.
There's like you can count on one hand how many people are gonna remember you.
If that. If you're lucky, right? Because even if you think about it, even with your kids, if your kids have kids,
Yeah.
they'll still, because they're your kids, you're their grandparent,
Yeah.
right? But after that, like I know of my great grandparents,
Right.
and I was lucky to meet not all of them, but some of them. But I'm like, I know of them, right? And
Yeah,
I don't
same.
I like love them, sure, because they're family, but I didn't have any relationship with them, you know.
Same.
So I know of them, I'm aware of them, and then my parents will tell me stories about them, because at least for my dad, like he was more raised by his grandparents and his parents. But I don't like. I never really. I met them, but I didn't. I was fucking like 2-3 years old when I met them.
I didn't even meet them.
Yeah, so it's like at that point, it's like they'll know of you, but they won't know you. That's kind of creepy. But now it's even trippier because there'll be video, there'll be audio,
That
there'll
is
be
trippy.
stuff like that, you know, like
Yeah.
home
This?
videos. Yeah, this.
This will exist.
Look, your fucking great grandfather was fucking wasting his time with his friends.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
they'll
or
laugh.
whatever,
They'll-
or whatever the take is.
They'll laugh at some of our jokes. At least I like to think.
Damn.
Yeah.
On that same depressing note, I saw this thing on Twitter this week or last week about like who you spend your time with at the end of your life. You like the percentages of who you spend your time with,
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much it dips the time you spend with your parents after like the age of 20. It just like plummets.
Yeah.
And then to think about it in a different way, from this point forward, how many times will you see your parents? Like 100 or less? It's probably less.
That's depressing.
Nah, I think more. More than 100 times total?
Yeah,
I think more. If you live to be an old age, I think more. 100 is not that much.
I know.
Okay.
That's the scary part. Like right now, I see my parents
Yeah, very
like
little.
once a week,
if that sometimes.
and that's if let's say once a week, that's 52 times in 1 year. Okay, I'd say I guess maybe more than 100.
I hit the over on that
Wait for the rest of your life, or
for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, I
Yeah,
mean, I
that's-
hope. Right.
Yeah, of course, we hope. But
we hope.
if all
But
goes
yeah,
well,
yeah,
yes.
I definitely have thought about. I've thought about how. I mean, Olga again. We've talked about how, even raising a kid, how weird that is, because essentially you're raising another person. Like you,
Not essentially.
No, yeah, right. You are raising another person, and what you are doing actually is you're just like molding that person, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like you are not gonna have any say or control of when they smoke weed, when they fuck, anything. It's like you're just molding this person to when they get to that, that threshold, and they're their own person.
Yeah, when they get to that fork in the road.
You did a strong enough job for them to not be fuck ups and losers and
Yeah.
assholes and all that. And that is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, you it's like they say nobody's born racist. Like somebody
Yeah.
made them that.
Right.
They fed them those beliefs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This is a baseball podcast.
I mean,
It
yeah,
is. It is.
And even just lastly, staying on that parents note, I've thought about it too, and I've talked about it with my parents because my parents they came here illegally from Mexico. But it's just like even because we're talking about seeing your parents 100 times for the rest of your life. Like they came here illegally. What was it, like in 1990, without ever knowing literally when or if they were ever going to see him again.
Their parents.
Their parents, which
Yeah.
is so crazy to me because
I
then
know.
they didn't see him again until they went back in 1999. Almost 10 years. Imagine going almost 10 years without seeing your parents.
Uh-huh.
And then we went, and then they crossed back illegally again. And then 9/11 happened, so now it's even crazier where you're like, who knows if we're ever going to see him. And then I still have uncles and aunts who still don't have papers. Thankfully, my parents fixed years ago. But like some of my uncles that they don't know if they'll. Thankfully, our grandparents are able to come visit because they have papers. But as far as them going back to where they grew up, literally their
Yeah.
hometown, crazy.
Yeah, that is wild. Wild.
But this is a baseball podcast.
I don't know what a good segue is.
Go
I guess
Phillies.
when you raise your kids, don't raise them to be cheaters.
Definitely.
Wow,
Is that a segue?
That's a segment.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
they'll win anyways. They'll be awarded, and literally nothing will happen to them.
All right, let's talk about this. The Houston Astros won the World Series. It's their first World Series as a franchise, right?
Yeah.
Convincingly too.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
it was pretty easy for them.
Aside from the game where I forget who was pitching was tipping the balls, the Phillies really didn't
Okay.
didn't.
Well, they had that nice little comeback.
Yeah.
Game 1,
Yeah.
then Game 3 they just mashed.
But if you discard the game where he was tipping his pitches and they hit like 10 home runs, it's like,
Oh,
damn,
gotcha.
they got fucked.
Their offense died for sure. I mean, they literally got no hit.
They got no hit.
That's the first no hitter in World Series history.
Yeah.
Their
Aside from
second?
our guy,
Aside from my guy that, according to Ramiro, doesn't count.
Don Larson.
Were you the one who said it didn't count? You were the one who said it didn't count.
What are you
Right?
talking about?
The no
combined?
hitter,
No, it was a perfect game in the World
the
Series.
perfect game in the World Series we talked about last
Oh,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Well, we had a no hitter in the World Series this time.
That still doesn't count.
Wow, this one it was a collective no hitter
Combined, yeah.
or combined.
Team got no hit.
Yeah. That's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah,
in the World Series, nah, you can't do that.
once that
Can't do
happens,
it.
That was
there's
over.
there's no coming back. And then even because that was Game 4, Game 5 was still somewhat close. I think the Phillies blew that game, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, Jordan
Uh,
game, right?
Yeah. Hit
Yeah.
a 3-run home run.
Yeah.
Late. Ooh. Bomb at that.
And then Game 6 was just a win.
Yeah. That was was that a Sunday?
That was Saturday.
Saturday.
Game 7 would have been Sunday.
Saturday. We were
For board game night.
yeah, board game night. We had it on the back. I was like, yeah, it's over. Because then there was like a 2-run triple or double that was like
It was
that
also
it.
Jordan.
Did you guys watch any of the like presentation? I turned that shit
Hell
off.
no. We
In
did-
the seventh, dude.
I
I was
asked
like, I'm not
Rick.
watching this.
I was like,
Took a shower.
respectfully, can you turn this shit off?
Yeah, yeah, that shit was
I, didn't watch,
off.
I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen 1 second of them like lifting the
I think
trophy or
that's-
nothing.
And this is when we watched the Batista movie. No bullshit. I think that was that we threw on Netflix.
Yeah, it was either the Batista movie on Netflix or the Great British Baking Show. One of those.
Didn't see. Don't know who won the MVP, World Series MVP. I'm assuming
no.
Jordan.
I'm assuming Jeremy Pena.
Pena won there. I
Oh,
know
that's
that.
right. Pena won. Yeah, you guys are right. Pena won.
He was a stud.
Shout out to us though. Very high key for would it be hedging for hedging our bets?
Yeah, kinda. No, I don't think that's hedging.
I don't know
We
what
just-
hedging is. I hear it said with bets, but I don't know what it is. But
No,
No.
hedging is like if we pick the Phillies to win the World Series and then like in the
That's what I was doing.
in the CS we put some money on the Astros just to like
That's
just
what
in case
I'm
we
a
lose.
fucking pro hedger then. Let's
That's what I
go.
was betting the Astros the whole time.
But hey, they won the CS. They got pretty far. Nobody. I mean, they placed third in the division.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made it to the World Series. They fired Girardi back in June, so there was turnover. Bryce Harper was obviously hurt, and they just announced today that he's going to get UCL surgery. They didn't say if it's Tommy John or not, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Tommy John.
That's weird, right?
Yeah, but I mean, thankfully for him, he'll still be able to DH because that's what happened with Otani 2 years ago when he also had Tommy John surgery.
I didn't know you could have UCL surgery and it not be Tommy John.
Yeah, me either, but I guess I don't know. But they're one of the teams that are supposedly in on the very rich or very top heavy shortstop market. There's rumblings of Trey Turner. Apparently, him and Bryce Harper want to team up again. Obviously, they were together in the Nationals years ago.
True.
So Phillies may make a splash. I mean, Dombrowski, their GM, is not shy to spend money. We know that if his track record says anything. But yeah, I mean, shout out to them. They made the World Series, but the Astros, at the end of the day, they're that team.
They were too much.
They're that team. Every year they're an automatic CS machine. They've made 6 CSs in a row. This is their third World Series in 5 years,
And they're not slowing down.
and they're not slowing down. They're just. I mean, they did fire their GM, or not fired, but
Essentially, kind of.
yeah, the owner only offered him a 1-year deal, and he was like, "Nah, fuck that." So he dipped.
That is crazy though.
But
Like,
he's not even the architect. I mean, he built that bullpen, but he a lot of that team was built by the former GM Jeff Lunau.
I was gonna say that's a little, that's still impressive for them to win a World Series and how difficult that is on its own. For them to do it with like a 1-year GM and like turmoil, because apparently they were like going back and forth. So that, whatever. I mean, yeah, the Astros were the best team all year, and they proved it, and then they won without cheating. Bregman is really, really fucking good. Pena is really, really fucking. Alvarez is really, really fucking good. Altuve, he struggled in the postseason, but he's still Altuve.
Tucker.
Tucker, even though the small breaks happen to go their way, because you still need that to happen.
Yeah, like
If
that random in center, Chas McCormick
Yeah.
caught that 9th inning. Would have been probably a triple.
Game 5.
Or even Gurriel getting hurt, and then them having to put Trey Mancini on first, and then I think it was Schwarber who rocketed a ball.
Yeah.
And they were going to take the lead because I was going straight for the outfield wall, and he just somehow snagged that damn ball. I was so upset.
I mean, that's what you need to win. You need breaks to go your way, and that happened to them. And when you add on top of luck, you add skill. I mean, you get the Astros. I mean, their pitching is insane this year. Their starting pitching, their bullpen was lights out, and then dudes hit when they needed to hit.
Dusty Baker finally got his ring. which
Yeah,
was
that is
nice.
actually the only thing that made me happy about the World Series result.
Yeah.
I do not like the Astros, but I'm a big Dusty Baker fan, so it was nice to see him win.
Yeah, and Mattress Mac got like $72
guys.
million.
He's already
That's
rich.
crazy.
I don't know why people were so happy for him. He's already rich.
People were happy for him.
They were like ecstatic that he had
Wow, I didn't
Fucking
see
hate
that.
that guy.
fucking Twitter.
Apparently, he gives a lot back to the community. But we talked about this. We're like, if you're that rich, you fucking
course.
bet. That's the least you could do. Oh, I gave away 1 million. I still have 71, and that's just off of what he won. But yeah, I mean, the Astros, they have some people. Justin Verlander opted out. I'm sure they're gonna work something there. Gurriel's a free agent. Maldonado, I believe, is a free agent. Christian Vasquez is a free agent.
All of their like, besides Verlander, all of their like, they're not the core guys, but they're like the surrounding edges of the whole recipe. So it's nobody like Correa who left a couple years ago, and then them just finding Pena. It's like just a first baseman that you could probably find on the in the free agency, catcher.
And
it's like nobody substantial, I guess.
Yeah.
there were reports that they were going to be in on Rizzo, but obviously he extended with the Yankees.
They scared the Yankees to sign him.
Yeah, so
my
I mean, I wonder who they're going to go after.
The Yankees were pressed, dude, when they saw that fucking report come out.
Sign him right
that,
now.
Rizzo
Today.
was their number one target in the offseason. Rizzo signed like a day later to a fucking 2-year, what is it? 20 a year, 17 a year.
And then a third year
pretty good deal.
team option.
That's a very good deal.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do now. In terms of their additional moves, Vasquez might stay.
Probably gonna get Abreu. He fits so well with that team too.
He does actually.
Like if he even if he doesn't hit for power, like him just like spraying, like he is an Astro. Like the way he goes in his plate,
That actually
his
makes
approach
sense.
is like typical Astro player.
Yeah, 300.
Doesn't
hitter.
strike out, clutch hitter. Fuck.
And
He'd
you-
probably
and-
be a
and-
better hitter.
And you don't have to put him in the middle of the lineup, so
No.
you don't have to worry about double plays as often.
Mm.
That's a good fit.
Yeah, very good fit.
I
I would say he's a better fit than Rizzo would have been for that team.
I'd be happy for him. See him.
the only thing about Rizzo is he's lefty, and
Yeah.
or actually they got the freaking Crawford boxes there. That's probably better for Abreu.
Right. I mean, obviously Rizzo is probably a better defender. I mean, that might be the only nod. People bring up when they compare, because there's a lot of comparisons going around for Rizzo and Abreu before Rizzo signed, and they bring up Rizzo's home run totals. And sure, obviously he hit more than Abreu, but one, if you guys remember, it was like super early in the year, and he was leading the league with like 20 because he hit like 15 of them to the fucking short porch. So that matters, Like,
Yeah.
he had a lot of home runs, but he played in the fucking lamest park. That helps him so much. Like, I don't know if he hits 10 less home runs, I believe, if he plays anywhere else.
And that's why he's so valuable to the Yankees, because
Right.
he'll be able to hit for power at that stadium, and it works.
Yeah.
And they re-signed him. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of chatter, and especially here in Chicago, obviously, as far as like who's a better first baseman or just yada yada, and then careers get brought up as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm curious as to what Abreu is going to get paid now, because I
Yeah.
do believe he'll
It's going to be interesting.
get more than Rizzo, unless he's just going to sign like a 1 year
'cause-
somewhere.
It's because I feel I don't know if anybody would have given Rizzo that deal besides the Yankees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who's going to give Abreu more? Like, the only reason Rizzo got that contract is because it is the Yankees.
Yeah, but I mean that sets up the stage for the rest of the market,
Yeah,
And at that point, it depends, I guess, on Abreu's agent and what Abreu wants to do. If he also wants to do a 2+1, or if he's okay just signing a 1 year deal.
So
Right.
what did Rizzo get? Let me look it up here.
I know it's 2 years, 17 each, with an option for a third year. I don't know what the option year money is.
Yeah, because
'Cause-
if we're looking at WAR, this is on MLB.com. Jose Abreu, as far as the eligible, the free agents, the first base free agents, he was up. He had 6.5 WAR this year. Next closest was Rizzo, who is 4 years younger, had 4.5 WAR.
I mean, Abreu was like second in hits in the whole league.
Yeah,
He was
literally the only knock with Abreu this year was that his power stroke wasn't there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then he didn't get as many RBIs, but I mean, he, like you said, he had the second most hits. He was like top 5 in average for the American League.
That's
you just,
after starting like horrendously
the
bad.
classic of April
Yeah.
Abreu slump.
Classic.
But yeah, I mean, you know what you're gonna get with Abreu. The only worry for teams would be he's on the older side. He's 36. and his power leaving, like, what is that? Was that a team approach thing? Because obviously the power numbers were down across the board for the entire White Sox offense.
Yeah.
Or is it because he's getting old? Because I was looking at a graph of his launch angle. It did decrease this year, and it has gone down over the past couple of years. So I don't know if that's indicative of anything, but I mean, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
he's going to give 100% every
Yes.
day. He's going to play 152 games.
So So in comparing the two in their contracts, this website predicts like years and money, and they had Rizzo at 2 years, 36 million, and that's pretty freaking close to what it was, which was 2 years, 34 million with a $6 million buyout, so essentially a $40 million contract. And Jose Abreu is 2 years, 40 million. So they should be right around the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds about right. You give him a 2+1. I don't know. I mean, I would like for him to come back to the Sox, but I also, and we went over this already, but I get if we don't bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It'll suck and it'll be weird, especially if he signs with the Cubs. Like people are reporting or whatever that there's interest there. That would be weird for sure.
Which one would be weirder for you?
I don't get the interest. I do get the interest if you sign like Correa or somebody.
other
But
guys,
if you're just gonna sign like Abreu and some
Mm.
other like B or C grade free agent, I just don't get it. Like, why would you want? Why would he even want to spend 2 years in a rebuilding team that probably might fight for a playoff appearance, but really not compete seriously for a World Series? Like, I don't know why he would want that. I don't know why the Cubs would want that.
Just a leadership.
I
Yeah,
also
but
don't
yeah.
know if there's a lot of that in Abreu of like, is this team going to be in October or not? Like, I don't know if he's that because his entire career has been with the White Sox.
Mhm.
And I think his mentality, his work ethic is the same, whether he's
Yeah.
on a shitty ass team or whether he's on a team that's going to October. So I don't know if that'll play into it.
But it kind of has like the pick of the litter in a sense, because there'll be
Yeah.
teams in on him.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Padres, the Astros, could have been the Yankees, but they signed Rizzo already.
The Twins.
Nah,
Would
I'd rather see him go to the Cubs.
That's what I was going to ask
TBH.
you. Which one would sting more, the Twins or the Cubs?
I'd rather see him go to the Cubs because he can't hurt us. It'll just be troll tweets, whatever. But as far as it affecting the Sox, it doesn't.
There is one way where it could hurt you a little bit.
With the Cubs,
Yeah.
just a crosstown series. That's it.
No, like if the Cubs somehow manage to get in the playoffs and like you miss it, and it's due to Abreu being like amazing.
Oh,
I
can see
think
that.
I
can
think
see
that could hurt a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah. Like if he's in
Like
in
MVP form Abreu.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 30
I
home
mean,
runs,
it-
fucking 100 some RBIs, and
I'd
the
say him
Cubs
every year though, except for last year.
But that's
So
what I'm
if
saying.
he went to the Cubs and was Abreu,
yeah, and then the Cubs make the playoffs. And
because of him, that would be kind of wild.
obviously they signed Correa and they make the you know what I mean? But he's a big role.
That's why I
part
don't
of
think it would sing, because it would be the team, not just Abreu.
Okay.
If Abreu went like fucking nuke mode and was like career high 49 home runs, 340 average, fucking 150 RBIs,
Come
some
on,
shit,
Cubs.
then I'd be like, what the fuck, bro? Classic. It'd be classic. But if it's just him, he does his career averages, and the Cubs just happen to have a solid team around.
No, you know what would bother you if he does the career at like what he's normally done, and everyone's like, "Damn, this Jose Abreu guy's good."
Oh,
Nationally?
national wise, yeah, that'd be
Oh.
annoying. And then you motherfuckers,
Hand up.
You
If-
guys are gonna be like, yeah, this guy's
Yeah.
always been better than Rizzo. I don't know
Yeah,
why
yeah,
it was
yeah.
a real fucking thing.
That's where I was going. If
Man,
the Cubs
suck my ass.
sign Abreu and he's good, I am 100% just gonna go all in on that.
You already go all in,
Yeah.
without any sock on the fucking.
But I'm telling you, like if they do that, I'm gonna go all in.
I honestly won't care. TBH. I don't mean that like in a bad way. But I honestly, I swear to God, I don't really, and I don't mean this in a bad way or in a disrespectful way, do not care about the Cubs. Like whether the Cubs are doing dog shit,
Yeah, I
if
care
they're
about the
doing
Sox.
mid. The only time I ever tune in is like at the very end of the year. But as far as like sitting down to watch like a June Cubs versus like fucking Reds game,
Yeah,
I'm not doing that. I like barely want to watch the White Sox.
that's respectful.
And I don't even mean that in a troll way at all.
I'm not taking it in the trouble.
A chunk of all the baseball that I watch is White Sox baseball, and then if there's like a late game or something, I'll put that on in the background.
Mm.
But But yeah, I mean, he would definitely get more national love. That's for sure. If he did good on the Cubs.
It's gonna be weird to see him in like a colored uniform, no matter what team he goes to.
Mhm.
I don't
For
know.
the record, I do think that he has a lot left on that tank.
I absolutely.
I
like,
do. I think he has like another 2 years
like
of solid
25 home
production.
runs left in that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
think he's a 15 home run hitter.
No.
I agree.
I don't know what happened last year with the Sox. I don't know what happened with the Sox in general last year
Nobody
as far
does.
as power.
Yeah.
But there's definitely Abreu's still Abreu.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
I think whoever get him is he'll finally get, assuming he goes to like not the Orioles or some shit, which the Orioles could be in on him. They could use a first baseman, and they're low key on the come up. So
Yeah.
that is a team that he could sign with. But like if he go like to a bad team or whatever, if he goes to a team that's competing, it'll be nice to see him get national love. Not that he doesn't get it, but he's definitely more on the underrated side, or has been on the underrated side for most of his career. Granted, obviously he did win the 2020 MVP, but he's a White Sox. He's gonna just naturally be underrated if he's good.
The Astros, Cubs, Yankees, Twins, not Yankees anymore. Rangers, Padres, Giants, and Rays are all plausible landing spots.
Ooh, Rangers would be fun just because
That'd be cool.
whatever. Go to Texas.
Seager, Simeon, DeGrom, Abreu,
Possibly
Not yet.
Rodon.
possibly Rodon.
That's the Texas White Sox. They have fucking Dane Dunning, Jose Abreu.
Let's go.
They'll have Carlos Rodon. Yeah, I mean, if he goes to the Cubs, it'll be weird. I would prefer for him to not go there, or the Twins. But I truly wish Abreu nothing but the best. And if he comes back, like on a little 1-year deal or something, or a little 1+1, I'm down. I'll take it. I won't be
I
mad.
don't think that's happening.
I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know what the White Sox are doing, but that's every year.
I mean, and I don't know how true this is, but I've been hearing rumblings on Twitter, online, whatever, about like Yasmani going to first.
No, that won't happen.
Nah.
I've heard of that.
No, that's if we don't bring back Abreu, that's Vaughn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Vaughn's position, and you might get Yasmani occasional first base because that happened anyways now with Abreu.
Mhm.
Whenever the rare off days that Abreu would DH or have an off day,
Yeah.
so you may see Yasmani at first base a handful of times throughout the year. But as far as making him that his primary position,
No shot.
no shot, Bucko.
Because and I wish I would have fucking at least wrote down where I heard this from, but it was definitely from a podcast. They were talking about how Abreu, letting Abreu go, the decision of that was a lot of it was due money. It wasn't really due to the,
Yeah.
not having a position or wanting Vaughn there or whatever. It was like almost strictly money.
I think it's like 50-50 for sure.
I
Maybe
also-
60-40 money monetarily wise.
Yeah, I think it plays a big part, but I also think if they didn't have all these first basemen and Abreu's there and he walks and now you're in the market for a first baseman, I think they would pony up for Jose Abreu. But because you have Andrew Vaughn and Gavin Sheets and Eloy Jimenez and Yasmani Grandal, you can stomach losing Abreu just because like you don't
Yeah.
need a power first baseman. You don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's 50-50. I think 50 is monetary-wise because originally Rick Hahn said that our payroll is going to be similar in the same ballpark as what we had this year, and then like 2 days later it came out that it's actually going to be like 15 mil less, which is not similar at all, funny enough. But whatever. I get why they don't want to bring up, or why they won't bring Abreu back. It sucks, but I get it.
Yeah.
I get not wanting to pay a 36-year-old first baseman $40 million
When you already have a lot of first basemen.
when you already have a lot of first basemen and you have a promising prospect that is the worst, who's literally played out of position.
Yeah.
And his primary position is first base. There in waiting.
Yeah, and you know what? This one's different than Rodon because I know he's gonna do well. So him doing well next year is not gonna sting because I know he's gonna do well. Because
I'll be happy for him.
that's all he
Dead ass.
does.
As long as it's not with the Cubs or Twins, dead ass, whatever team he's on, if he's mashing, I'll fucking be happy as fuck for him. And even if it is on the Cubs, whatever, I'll be happy because he'll be getting fucking love. He'll probably win the MVP again. Shit.
Where is Aaron Judge going?
The Yankees. If it's not the Yankees, he's going to the Giants.
I don't see the Yankees paying Rizzo and not paying Judge. Because what the fuck is the point of having that team without Judge?
I don't see
Like,
the
you're-
point. I don't
You want
see
to win the division.
even without Rizzo. I don't see them not signing Judge. Like that's their guy. You know?
No, that's
They-
what I'm saying. Like, I feel like them signing Rizzo almost like fortifies the fact that they're gonna go all in on Judge, which obviously that's like fucking that's not breaking news or anything, but I don't know, that kind of ease the thoughts of Judge going anywhere. Just because like if they lose Judge, even though actually I did see reports of like a backup plan of like, oh, we lose Judge, we'll just sign Correa type shit,
Yeah.
which is another avenue I guess for them. Correa's not Judge, duh. I just don't see them. They just can't. They just can't. They're the Yankees. They're gonna figure it out.
They have
They're
to
gonna,
Yankee it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pay his ass like a lot of fucking.
They're gonna pay him a lot of money, and it's gonna age horribly. But the first few years are gonna be awesome, and
Yeah.
hopefully for them they win money or they win championships or are contending for championships and don't get literally swept in the CS. But they're gonna pay him a lot of money, and he's 30 years old already. But congrats to him.
You guys saying Yankees?
Yeah,
If not the Yankees, I think the Giants. But I think he will sign with the Yankees.
yeah.
I'll put my flag on the Giants camp.
Ooh.
You have to spend money. You can't let him walk. The only guy that they've ever let walk that was like a homegrown guy was Robinson Cano.
Yeah.
What about Carlos Correa?
Ooh, that's a good question.
think
I
the
think he's gonna
Cubs.
Cubs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a Cubs signing.
Yeah, the Cubs have to. They have to. They
If,
have to.
if the Giants don't get Judge, I think they'll go for Correa.
Interesting. Crawford's coming back, right?
I think so.
For
Yeah.
one more year. Did they move him?
Probably not, because he's like really,
Still
really
good
good.
defensively.
But
What
he's
are
on
the
his way
Giants
out.
Doing?
Huh?
What are the Giants doing?
Well, they won the most games in the league last year, and then this year they just kind of fell off the face of the
Yeah.
earth.
But then they're losing Rodon, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they could resign him.
I mean,
Yeah.
now's the time to get one of these big dogs.
Yeah.
Now's the time.
I'm assuming they have prospects in line.
Yeah.
They
'Cause why
like
else?
they every year are like in on spending money, and I feel like they don't really make huge splashes. Like
No, that's what I'm saying. This is the year.
their big splash last year was Rodon, and even then it ended up just being a 1 year, like was it like 24 mil or something like that? It wasn't even anything crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
And that is the thing. Like this is why I do think that the Cubs. I think they're gonna sign Correa, but obviously there's four shortstops, four infielders that are in everybody's radar. But the fact that this is the off season where like these guys all together are free agents at once. Just because you sign these guys doesn't mean you're gonna win next year. Cubs fans, freaking Cubs fans are annoying. It's like, dude, you're signing this guy because he's a free agent now. All it takes is money. Pay him now, and you figure out winning like in 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I was saying for the White Sox,
Yeah.
like 3 years ago. And
Pre-ARB, the Giants only have what was that 88 mil tied up,
Damn.
and even then, the Jock Peterson is a qualifying offer, so he might
He
opt
took it.
out.
No, he took
Oh,
it.
he accepted
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
19.6 mil.
Hell yeah, who's gonna take that shit?
And a lot of the guys that they have that they owe money to, they're all free agents next year. Like this year, they have 88 mil tied up before ARB. Next year, that goes down to 28.5 million.
Yeah.
So they have tons of money to spend.
so in the shortstop market, obviously the Dodgers are always there. Giants, Phillies, Red Sox, because Bogarts is free agent and he might not sign with the Red Sox. The Braves, because Dansby. The Cardinals, the Mariners, the Cubs, the Angels, the Orioles, and the Twins now too, right?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Great time to be a shortstop.
Yeah.
These guys are gonna make bank.
Your team has to pony up and give out a 6+ year deal.
Yeah.
It's
Like an
not-
8-year deal.
Yeah, it's not 6+. Like it's not going to be any lower than that. Fucking reports of Cubs, Jed not wanting to go past 5 is ridiculous. Like you're not going to sign anybody, dude.
No, you're not.
Um,
Or maybe
It would have to be extremely high AAV.
it would need to be like a 2-year deal with like opt out.
like a DeGrom deal, right? But that's because he's a little bit older. Like same thing with Justin Verlander. I think he might do the same thing.
Right.
Like a Scherzer deal.
Yeah,
It was like 2 years, $50 million or something. What was it?
he's getting like 45 a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what Bauer did. That's what the whole
Yeah.
meme was, that he started that or
Yeah.
whatever. They were the architects of that. But yeah, you just get it's like 3 years, 150 mil type shit.
Yeah.
It's not a long term deal, but you're getting a shitload every year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Roger Clemens used to do back in the day. He
A
used to
metric
do year to
shitload.
year.
But if you're young,
Yeah.
you have to take the years right now.
Yeah.
And these guys aren't even really that young. I mean, they're young, but the youngest one is Correa at 28. Like Dansby's
And that's
30,
why.
Trey Turner's 30,
I want Correa.
Xander I think is 29. So Correa's the youngest one on that list. And even then, he has a question mark with his back, which is why he didn't get that elusive 300 mil contract that he wanted so much last year. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. As far as leading the WAR in that group, Trey Turner was first with 13.1 WAR.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of his game depends on his speed or his
And that's what's crazy.
relying on his speed, which is scary as he gets older. Then Correa was second with 10.5. Alexander Bogaerts is actually 30, 10.4 WAR, and then Dansby 9.7. Yeah, those are the big four. After that, it drops off at the shortstop market. Because after that, the next highest in WAR was shout out Elvis Andrews, who was 34.
Nice. One of my number one or top 3 wish lists for this offseason is for the Twins to miss on all the shortstops. Because they'll be in on all these guys, and it'll just be great. If they just
There's so many teams on there.
They might get used and abused as far as getting better deals for their guys.
That's what I'm hoping for. But I know how to do this. I'm going to expect the worst. I'm going to expect the Twins to sign Correa to a 9-year deal.
Don't say that.
Which would suck. But so I'm ready. I'm prepared. After the shortstops, it's Rodon and DeGrom. Right? Those are the next big free agents.
Oh, wait, hold up. Who do you want the Cubs to sign from that 4? If they were going to sign one,
Correa.
who would you choose? Correa?
Yeah, only because of the age. I truly believe that if you're a team that wants to win like next year and you're in on one of these shortstop, you should totally go for Turner. I do believe that Turner is the best right now on the field because of his speed, contact, whatever. But in the long term, because like you said, you know, a lot of his game depends on speed, and he's already on the older side. I wouldn't feel comfortable for the Cubs because I don't believe that the Cubs are going to win next year. So I would want the younger guy just to give Correa a couple years. He's going to be 30-2, and then you get ready to win. He still has a lot of game left. That's my line of thinking. But I wouldn't be upset with like any of them, Swanson, anyone. It should give me anyone. I don't care.
Yeah.
Somebody, dude. But yeah, I do want Correa.
If in your wildest dream, who would the White Sox get?
From that 4?
No, from anybody.
Fuck, I don't know. Just because I would expect whoever we sign to get hurt. But
Yeah.
if it was a guarantee that they would not get hurt and their numbers would not fall off a cliff,
Yeah.
probably DeGrom.
Damn.
Just bulking up that pitching, bro.
Love DeGrom.
Huh?
I would love DeGrom in the Cubs.
Yeah, if there was no injury risk, which there is with the White Sox, and no risk of him having literally the worst career ever from this point on, which would happen with the White Sox, I think DeGrom would be awesome. If not Rodon, because he's familiar face here, lefty. Having that pitching rotation would be awesome. But if I'm Han, who's the number 1 reliever available? That's who it would be.
Yeah.
David Robertson.
A 2-year,
David
28,
Robertson.
2-year, 28 mil
No,
with a $10 million buyout year 3.
it'll be like who's Nathan Eovaldi. That's who we'll get. Taylor Rogers.
Who for you? For the White Sox?
I like Bogarts to play second.
Damn, Judge low key too.
I
Bogarts
mean-
for second would be awesome.
Bogarts for second would be fucking sick.
Yeah.
He had a dip in power, but I don't care.
Him and Yo-Yo have that preview, like they're boys.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Talking about things we haven't talked about,
Yeah.
A.J. Pollock opted out.
Yes,
Shocking.
sir.
Let's go.
Finally, us being inept and run badly worked out in our favor. W.
Shocking.
He hated it so much here that he was okay taking $8 million less. What a fucking guy. MVP.
Wow.
That took us out of, not only did that free up money, which is, if we don't spend it, bullshit, but not only did it free up money, it like that roster crunch.
Yeah.
It helped out a lot.
And now we'll see Oscar Colas probably start April.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Pollock. I don't know why he opted out, but fucking shout out to that guy.
That, is,
Rico
yeah,
Fed.
that was weird.
Nobody saw that.
Salute the real.
Nobody
I
saw
wonder where he's
Let-
going.
that. Yeah.
I don't know. Good luck to him wherever he goes. He played the most games he's played in
He
7
looked
years here.
so bad, dude.
Yeah,
Like
he was bad.
defensively.
He was literally bad defensively.
That
He
was
looked
bad.
good on the White Sox, which is a testament to how bad we were defensively last year.
Damn, I'll never forget how bad this defense was this year.
He always like looked like he didn't want to be here. Really,
Yeah,
like he.
Well,
looked,
can't blame him
yeah,
for that.
for sure cannot blame him. He came from the Dodgers, but yeah, kudos to him. Shout out to him. Farewell to him. In the end, in retrospect, in hindsight, Nick Madrigal turned into nothing.
Yes, true.
And talking about outfielders leaving their teams, Jason Hayward officially let go by the Cubs. So
They granted him-
the Jay Hay era has now ended.
Where is he gonna end up?
No,
Does
I
he
don't
end
know
up
who the
anywhere?
fuck.
Marlins or something?
I mean, he would be honestly. He would be, and this is me being serious right now. He would be a great like last spot on the roster type guy, defensive replacement. Like he still could play defense.
Can he though?
And he'll
I
probably
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he'll probably take like the league min.
Yeah.
'Cause he's still on the books.
And he's a good like. For all the shit I ever gave him, like he's always been like a cool dude in the dugout. Seemingly.
Leadership, bro.
He was always like he never talked shit about the fans and them talking shit about him. So, him leaving, I did see a lot of Cubs fans out there like being, somewhat sad. I wouldn't say sad, but like they were definitely like giving him his kudos. And okay, we get it, Cubs fans, but like fuck that. Let's not pretend like this dude didn't suck for like his whole time here.
Is he the last guy from that 2016 team?
Kyle Hendricks,
Oh,
officially
Kyle.
the last guy.
Cool. Was Willie on that team?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We carried 3 catches that year. Interestingly enough, Wilson Contreras, David Ross, and Miguel Montero, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
all came through in their own way, which is awesome. But I remember, I specifically remember going into the playoffs being like, "Damn, we're really gonna take 3 catches to the playoffs, dude!" And they all did their thing. So kudos to them. But no, yeah, AJ left. Hayward is a free agent. You can sign him if you want him. But listen, look, I've been eating up everything Cubs related right now, especially like the offseason stuff, like who they could sign, why they should sign them, or why they could sign them, and they're in on every fucking body, right? Obviously, they're not going to sign everybody. They better sign a shortstop. I'm gonna be really fucking upset if they don't. Like,
I feel like they don't even really have to though.
they better sign a fucking shortstop.
They
have to
are
sign
in a
some-
position in which they can afford to. But I think if they don't sign one, it's not the end of the world. It will be the
It
end of the
is,
world
though.
if they don't spend money elsewhere though.
But then who's gonna be their shortstop?
Yeah.
Nico,
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like for the future, for you to win a World Series, like
you don't think Nico's that guy
no, like MVP? No,
that can?
he's not an MVP.
I don't know if any of the shortstops are MVPs though.
I think these shortstops
They're good.
could carry your team. I don't think Nico could carry your team.
Okay.
He's a great supplemental player. He's great forward player, great defensively.
So
You need studs, dude. You need studs, and you can't have a guy that hits 8 home runs playing shortstop. You just can't.
You wouldn't rather spend that money like on pitching or the outfield? Like if you
Sure.
had to
If you
pick
could-
a position of need that you'd want them to spend that money on, what would you
I want
say?
studs. I want game changers.
So
I
you don't care about
where
position?
it comes from. No. If you could get DeGrom and Rodon in the same offseason, and they won't, but I'm saying, like, if you could get those type of game changer guys that affect the game so much they have to fucking game plan and notice them, you do that. You do that for winning purposes. I don't know. I don't think there's an outfielder that calls my name as far as that
Judge?
goes.
You don't want him going on Judge?
Oh yeah, he's going on Judge. Going on everybody if you possibly can, but get a guy. You need a guy. We don't have a guy. Ian Happ is not a guy. We don't have a guy.
You lost the guy.
We
Well,
lost
you're
a
gonna
guy.
lose
He
a
wasn't
guy.
even that a guy. He's a guy because he's a catcher. But
He's not a guy.
who, Wilson?
He was the best offensive catcher in the league.
Yeah, but he can't carry you. That's been the whole thing. Like he'll hit 20 home runs, and that's great. And he's the best. He's a great catcher. He's a good catcher. He helps your team win games. If you're
I'm still shocked they let him walk.
well,
I'm
did you
shocked
not hear
that
the
they
news?
didn't trade him.
What
Did you-
news?
Yeah, with the Astros?
Yeah, that they.
Oh, they did have a deal.
and then the owner just never.
Which owner? The Astros owner?
The
Yeah,
Astros
Astros
owner
owner.
didn't wasn't okay with it, which is wild because you guys would have got pitching back in return.
Right. I forget the dude's name.
Urquides
Urquides, yeah.
Or Keedy.
or Keedy.
I like that
It's
guy.
Mexican stand-up. Yeah, I mean it's shocking they didn't get him back. But I listen and I've been listening to interviews as far as like Jed talking about how he got Jake Arrieta. I don't know if you guys saw that. I forget where he did the interview, but he was talking about his tactics as far as like how he goes about like trading and how he can really let the table breathe and he stands his ground when it comes to like trades and stuff like that, and that's how he was talking about how he got Pedro Strop along with Jake Arrieta in that trade with the Orioles, and he was talking about how like he was really insisting on them throwing in Pedro Strop. They didn't want to, and he waited them out like to the last possible minute until they agreed. And he's like, yeah, we could have almost not had Jake Arrieta because I really wanted Pedro Strop. And that, like, light bulb went up. I was like, that's why we didn't get shit for fucking Wilson Contreras. This dude was, like, standing his fucking ground.
That's not good, though.
And
I
it
feel
didn't
like.
work. No, this time it did not work.
Has it worked other times, though?
Jake
Jake
Arrieta.
Arrieta, Pedro Strop.
But in between Jake Arrieta to now,
What, trades?
has that worked for any other trade? What do you say? In your opinion, as a Cubs fan? As far as the trades that have been made.
I
Because
gotta think
obviously,
about trades now.
obviously trades that didn't go through we'll never know about. But in your opinion as a fan of the past,
I guess with all these guys that went away, it's hard to tell right now because they got a bunch of young guys back.
that's true. That's true.
And at that point,
That's a good point.
you're kind of like, you're trading for. It's like a lottery ticket, But like,
Yeah.
obviously they're talented guys. Obviously, if they're included in these packages, but damn, you just never know.
The Cubs have a deep farm system. It's not the best farm system. They don't have a top prospect. They don't have a top 20 MLB prospect. They have a deep, middling team as far as like prospects go. They have a bunch of them, but they don't have the sure thing. They don't have the Chris Bryant, the Bryce Harpers, the guys that when they come up, you pencil them in to having great careers and being MVP candidates and the whole nine, right? They don't have that. They have PCA and Brennan Davis and Caleb Killian and all these guys that are great, but you just don't know once they get to the league if they're gonna transfer their abilities. So we still got to wait, unfortunately. But there is a bunch of names down there that if one of these guys can figure it out, then we're in a good spot. We just don't know because they're not sure things, and that sucks. But it's a time, at this point is a time thing, which is why I really want a guy, because at that point you'll be like, all right, this is our guy. Now we just got to build around him, right? And we don't have a guy, unfortunately, yet.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, you're right. I'm looking at the top prospects in baseball right now, and I give you these names: Ezequiel Tovar, Andrew Painter, Zach Veen, Taj Bradley. No clue who these guys are, right?
And a lot of them will end up being
Maybe
kind of nothing,
most of
really.
them will be bad, and some of them will be good, right? And all these guys I just named are ahead of PCA, but like us in Chicago, just because we know and hear this guy's name all the time, I feel like it's easier for us to be like, this guy's gonna be good. But I think it's just because we hear the name so often,
And a lot of that does have to do with the fact that when you got PCA, he wasn't even like a top 100 prospect, and he like just murdered single A ball, and he jumped to 20, whatever he is now, 24, 25, whatever he is. So their hope is that he keeps jumping, right? There's a big hope, but there is hope. I don't know how big the hope is. And then you have guys with like crazy injuries, like fucking like Brennan Davis with the back thing. And Ed Howard, he had a fucking crazy back thing or something like that. So these guys are getting hurt early. I don't know how that affects their trajectory, but hopefully next year.
Just get out of the way now, man.
Yeah. And next year you should get guys like Mash Mervis coming up, who you're just going to give all the opportunity in the world for him to show what he can do. Old as rookie, 30 years old, I think he is. He's killing the ball right now, but he's gonna be given a chance. And if he could figure it out, he'll be our first baseman. But there's a bunch of those guys that show me what you got, guys. And again, we don't have like our sure things yet. And I don't know if we ever will, because at that point, that means you got to like suck
Yeah,
for a long
that's
time.
true. That is true. So where are you in the like? Let this dude Mash come up. Would you rather have that guy come up and play majority of the innings next year, or would you rather sign like Josh Bell or Jose Abreu?
I'd rather let him see what he can do.
Okay.
Obviously, get another veteran guy in there, split
Yeah.
games or whatever. But I do want to see what he can do. If not,
So
move on.
I guess what the question I'm trying to get at is: Are you more prepared for a longer rebuild, or would you be okay, or would you prefer them to be like all in this year and just like go for Carlos Correa and Abreu?
Oh no, they better sign. They better sign people this
yeah,
year.
but like to compete this year.
I don't know if you could even do that with the team that we have. They're
Yeah.
that bad.
Yeah, you would need to get like fucking everybody,
Like
right?
four guys.
I think them not even getting like, I think they'll definitely be in on the players, but even if they happen to swing and miss, I don't think that's the worst thing
Kinda
that could
is,
happen to
dude.
the Cubs. I don't think it is, just because you guys will still always have that money,
that's
and you'll have a
why.
better knowledge, better idea after another year of development for that team. Because even if they sign a Correa, like you said, or whatever, or whoever else it may be, you still don't know what the team is, because a lot of them still aren't at the major league level. And then obviously, as far as prospects, as we know, they're very risky, and you get guys like fucking what's his name from the Mariners, former Mets, former #1 prospect Kalenic, who was like mashes anytime they send him down to AAA, but as soon as he gets up to the major leagues, he just sucks.
the pan,
He shits the bed. So that's why I don't think and I'm not saying that'll happen to the Cubs, right? But I'm just saying, like, with prospects, you don't really know what they are. With pitching, which a lot of your good prospects are pitchers,
Yeah.
right, in the top 10. Pitching takes time to develop. So that's why I think that even if they were to swing and miss, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But obviously, as fans, we want them to fucking sign everybody. We want to have a star signing, especially when you have a franchise as valuable as the Cubs, who can afford to do that. So I get the frustration on that part.
I just don't think we have the prospects for us to have we don't have the luxury to wait for the prospects that we do have to quote unquote pen out, because I don't know if even if they do pen out, they're going to be anything great. Like if they pen out, we're talking about like Ian Haps. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like really good guys, but not fucking MVP studs, you know, or again, guys that can carry you, which is why I truly believe that, you know, just because you sign Correa or one of these big guys doesn't mean that the pressure's on for you to win next year. Like just build on the team. Next year you sign another guy.
Like the Rangers.
Yeah, and then you bring up guys, and that's how fucking teams win. Yeah. You know, you sign guys, and then you bring up guys as you're trying to win, and you build a fucking team. You don't wait. Like the way that the Cubs did it the first time, I don't really think that that's going to be a thing anymore. Obviously, because the rules change, and you really can't tank and get #1 prospects 5 years in a row. But the way that they did it the first time, where like they just accumulated a ton of guys, and they all came up, and they all did great, which is unheard of, actually. And that's the way you won the World Series the first time. You can't do that anymore. You have to like build a team, figure out different ways to win, because this fucking notion of like calling up a bunch of these guys and all of these guys are going to pen out, that doesn't work. That does not work. So yeah, sign guys, build a team. You have all the money. The Cubs have a lot of fucking money. Their payroll is like 80-some million or 50-some million. Like it's ridiculously low. You have the money. Hayward's money next year is off the books. That's $22 million a year off the fucking books.
Yeah.
As guys become free agents, good guys become free agents, you start signing them, you build. PCA comes up. All these guys come up when you have a formidable team, and not like bring them up when like there's nobody around, and then, okay, now this guy's okay, and then now you sign. Like I don't think that it works that way, especially with free agents that are now free agents. Like they're not going to be free agents in 2 years.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're gonna sign an infielder now, that's for sure the time to do it. Because next year I'm looking at the free agent class for the next year, assuming there's no extensions or anything like that. The infield headliner for next year would be Rafael Devers,
Which is in you know, he's not bad, obviously.
no,
right?
not bad at all.
But you got 4 guys, dude. You got 4 guys this year that you should totally take a fly on. And if you can't sign them because of money reasons, then you're a clown.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be. It should be a good off season, and this year, unfortunately, it may get dragged out. Obviously, last year, as you guys will remember, we had the lockout, so there was just a bunch of frenzy before the lockout happened. Just guys getting signed left and right. The couple of days that led up to it, or even the day before, just because we didn't know what the hell was gonna happen. This year, it may be a little bit more dragged out, and you have a bunch of teams that are in on infielders. Obviously, the Cubs, Phillies, as we mentioned, Twins, Yankees might be in on that.
Orioles,
Giants, Orioles,
Orioles in the same spot as the Cubs, I think, in terms of like now's the time to get a guy.
and they have the connection with Correa and the front office, because the guys in the front office are the guys who drafted Correa. So that'd be interesting.
And the Rangers, man, like
Yeah.
obviously they don't need an infielder anymore, but
They're gonna get something.
they're gonna spend.
Yeah, they're gonna spend for sure.
And low key,
must be
high key,
nice.
Simeon had a fucking awesome ass year.
Hell yeah, that's my fucking guy,
He had an
dude.
awesome year.
Damn.
Went under the radar because he sucked at first, but
Yeah.
he had a great year. There are rumblings with the Rays right now. They're trying to dump money. They're trying to figure things out. You know, Rays are going to Ray. And one of the names that I have seen is Glass now.
Mm-hmm.
Coming off Tommy John,
I'd be
I would
scared.
love for the Cubs to trade like Keegan Thompson with a Morel or even fucking, what's his name, Madrigal. Send a nice little package that way for Tyler Glass now. He is, if right, an ace. And
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
need an ace.
He's an ace.
And people are going to be scared because he's coming off Tommy John, and that's one of the gambles that you just got to take. And I would love for the Cubs to make that trade, pull that thing off.
Yeah, I mean that guy's he's a bona fide ace. There's always the worry about trading with the Rays.
Yeah, especially pitchers going back to them. Yeah, and one thing I should ask from Cubs fans is to not fall in love with the prospects. Dude, if there's deals to be made for guys, dude, just send them that way. I don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Keegan Thompson, get the fuck out of my team.
Yeah.
Not right now, you're still good. But you know what I mean? Like, dude, if there's trades, just fuck prospects, man. Fuck prospects, dude.
Yeah.
I'm tired of waiting for prospects.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be fucking lit. Once like one of the shortstop signs is gonna be like, all right, this is going this way. This is
And
going
there's
that.
a new CBA in place, so the owners they feel more confident in spending their money. And in previous years after a new CBA was agreed on, the league has they spend a ton of money. So this is one of those years. So there's gonna be a lot of money spent this offseason. And there's DeGrom and there's Judge and there's Correa. So there's gonna be a ton of money spent this year. It'll be exciting to see.
Another
Who's
thing
gonna
that
be
we
the
should,
what teams are gonna be the shockers? The
Yeah.
Orioles or the Angels or who knows?
I mean, the Mariners are already making moves. They traded for
Teoscar.
And then the Angels signed Anderson.
Yeah, right. Tyler Anderson.
Gave him a nice little, was it 2-year deal?
2-year deal, I believe it was.
Damn.
Edwin
yeah,
Diaz
teams-
signed.
Yeah, teams are making moves right now.
Edwin Diaz signed for that crazy
That
$100 million deal, which suddenly makes Liam Hendricks' contract
I don't
look
know about
good.
one. I don't know. This is good signing, dude. Bullpen arms are
Oh, the
sus.
Edwin Diaz signing? Yeah, I'm
Sus.
out. I'm out.
Yeah, I don't
on
want
spending
bullpen.
for bullpens.
I don't want bullpen
Yeah, but
signings.
I see where you guys are coming from, but
I'm out,
but
dude.
Jamie
So out.
Presley just shit on the opposition for the Astros as a closer.
I
Like,
just
it's
think
really nice having that.
I just think you find those guys.
Yeah,
man.
I feel like
that's
they're
that's
Randys.
what yeah.
There's so many Randys. Like,
Edwin Diaz was a Randy at one point.
yeah, and I don't know if you pay him
Right.
then.
You find
Because
another
they're
one.
only good, relievers are only good for, unless you're like a literal Hall of Famer, which rare, right? But they're only good for like 2, maybe 3 years.
Is that
As far as like elite wise.
Listen, you
Is that true?
should, you can, but fucking crazy deals like Edwin got, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, and that changed the market.
Right.
for
yeah.
sure. Because now from that point forward, any close to elite reliever is gonna demand that money. And I don't know if paying a reliever $100 million. I don't know how smart that is, bro. We're like struggling over here, and we're like we have 40 mil tied up to our bullpen.
Granted, it is coin, and if you got the money, spend it, bitch. Right.
Like
But that drives the market. I'm
Edwin
not
Diaz-
denying that Diaz is good, by the way.
But he's been good since 2016, every single year.
Mm.
That's a long fucking
It's
time.
a long time.
yeah,
It's not 2 years.
Those guys are very few and far between. Who are the elite relievers in the league
Him, Liam Hendricks, Presley now.
now?
Let's see how long
Mm,
he's been
sorry.
good.
I guess you could throw what's his name, Kenley Jansen in there.
Yeah, Kenley Jansen for sure.
Like I feel like a lot of the relievers that are good, they're good. They're in like their arb years.
Dude, look at this.
Gratterall.
Ryan Presley has been fucking crazy good since 2018.
Yeah, in his rookie deal, like on his rookie contract.
That's not. He was with Minnesota for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 years.
I don't know. I'm not a big bullpen signee
And
guy.
I get it because when an elite closer shits the bed, it's like one of those things where like if you do really really good, it's like okay good yeah you got 3 outs whatever.
Yeah.
But when you fuck up like once or twice, it's like fuck this guy, he fucking sucks. Like that's what happened with
Yeah.
Liam Hendricks a
There's
lot.
no
There
win-win.
was a
It's
crazy
lose-lose.
stat.
It's a lose lose.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Liam Hendricks and like the infamous Ruben defense against Liam Hendricks. Like Ruben, and I bring him up because he wasn't wrong, but he was very, very wrong because Ruben said like he never felt safe with Liam Hendricks coming in, right?
Mm.
And I get that, but literally at the same time, he won back-to-back Reliever of the Year awards, like the best in the league. Like
He's good.
Ruben was saying that he never felt safe with Liam Hendricks coming in, and that's fine.
But there's
That
only
makes sense.
4 of those guys.
Yeah, but like, what more do you want? There is no one better. You know what I mean?
Available, yeah.
No, it's period.
Then,
Like in the American League, there was nobody better
At
than
the
Liam
time.
Hendricks.
Gotcha.
Now
What do you mean? Like now?
he's
Edwin
reliever
Diaz?
of the
Is
in
that
the
better
American
than-
League.
Oh, in the American. Oh no, I gotta look at
I mean,
numbers.
what?
Presley, like,
Yeah.
if he wasn't the best, he was the second best.
Yeah.
And some fans were like, "Man, this fucking guy." But it's like, dude, this is what
Look at the Yankees.
you can't ask for perfection.
They
you
wish
know?
they had Liam.
Yeah.
That's what. All I'm saying is I wouldn't be opposed to trading Liam. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
you weren't saying
I
that,
don't know.
but that yeah, I'm okay with that too. Like,
All I'm saying is I'm okay with trading Liam,
I just
and
don't know
also
what the
that
Sox have.
also
Kind of need him.
don't pay relievers.
Mm.
Is my PSA. Not $100 million.
I'm okay with paying top notch for top notch relievers because they are rare.
There was like a crazy stat where we only used him like in 2% of our games. Wild.
His usage does bother me a little bit. Like you should be able to throw his ass at any. And I don't know if
But that
that's
was-
Tony La Russa. I don't
Yeah,
know.
That's what
Well, that was on LaRussa, and that was also us literally not winning. So
There's
like,
that.
you
There's
can't
that.
use him
There's
because
that
then
too.
there were times where we were down 4, but you had to use him because he hasn't pitched like in 4 days. So like you just had to throw him out there.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean he's awesome. He was still elite last year, and he would have broke the franchise record for most consecutive saves in a row, if not for Adam Engel dropping the ball in Baltimore, which as we
Yeah.
all know what happened 2 pitches later.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of bad luck there, but he was still really really good this year, literally elite.
And
He's
good. He's good.
He's elite. Like good is like Kendall Graven. Like he's good.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Semantics, yeah.
Wait, you're saying he's not
definitely
elite?
good. No, yeah. Yeah. I want him on my team. Closing games.
Yeah, Liam Hendricks this year he is still elite. Has
Like,
a year.
I get what Ruben is saying, but there's no other guys.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is
Yeah.
like
There are not many guys.
there's no one
Yeah.
better. So
Because I've witnessed Chapman at the top of his game, and it's like, all right, let's go home, baby.
Yeah,
we got this bitch.
Exactly.
And like you didn't have to think about it twice.
Yeah.
And he did the thing. But I've also had like fucking Dave Robertson, where it's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
but he was still good,
I'm not a trade Liam. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
I'm okay
Like
with.
depending on what we get back, yeah.
That is true. Very much hinges on what we get back. But like the Dodgers need a closer, low key. Give us a little Gavin Lux. Give us, I don't know,
The
some
Yankees?
prospects. Yeah, little Yankees prospects. I'll take it. Shit.
Volpe.
I'll take it, bro. Give us all the prospects. Give us all the major league ready talent that you got.
Before we sign off here, there were some awards.
Yeah.
My guy won. Shout out to him in the NL.
Sandy Alcantara won National League Cy Young.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Oscar. Shout out to me. I picked Justin Verlander. Won me a cool $130.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
And then managers of the year were
Francona
Tito,
and Mets.
Showalter.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mets hiring an old guy and being good.
Shout out Dylan Cease also. He finished second in Cy Young.
Nice. I
Unfortunately,
didn't
didn't
know that.
receive a single first place vote, but he received almost all second place votes.
Hmm.
Fuck, bitch ass Justin Verlander.
Rookie of the Years went out too, right?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
J Rod.
J Rod won,
Nice.
and who won it for the National?
That was my pick.
Was it?
J-Rod.
Who was the national one?
That's a great question. Let's see.
That was the national.
National League Rookie of the Year. Let's see if Alexa knows this. first.
Yeah.
Who
wasn't the
won
Cardinals.
the National League Rookie of the Year?
There's no
Oh,
shot.
Strider.
There's no shot she knows that.
Strider.
Sports.com. Mets first baseman Pete Alonso was named the 2019 National League
Bitch.
Rookie of the
Nice.
Year.
She's giving us
Miss.
fucking
Wow,
3-year-old ass fucking.
I think it was Strider.
stats.
It was between Strider or Harris. I
I'm
remember.
going to ask
now.
2022. Who won the 2022 National League Rookie of the Year?
I found this on the web.
There's no way this is right.
Between Strider or Harris. I'm pretty sure it was
Mariners,
Strider.
Julio Rodriguez, Michael Harris the second.
Oh,
Braves.
Michael Harris did
Beast.
win it. Yeah, from the Braves.
Who the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Who is that?
Beast. Fucking Braves just pop out off you. Like,
It
it
was
ain't
Michael
shit.
Harris. You're right. You're right.
I thought it was Strider. It was definitely between them two because I remember Donovan from the Cardinals ended up being third.
The AL MVP is announced tomorrow, as well as the NL MVP. Cy Young, as we said, AL was Justin Verlander, NL was Sandy Alcantara. Rookie of the Year is American League J-Rod, and National League was Michael Harris the second. He finished the year with 19 home runs. Damn, okay. Managers of the Years, Francona, Showalter. Hank Aaron Awards, AL was Aaron Judge. NL was Paul Goldschmidt.
Yo, this Michael Harris dude almost finished with 5 wins above replacement.
Yeah.
And
Roberto-
114 games played. Damn.
Roberto Clemente Award was Justin Turner. And then the Gold Glove winners for catcher for the AL was Jose Trevino, best framer in baseball. Vladdy Daddy, surprising considering he
Glove?
was Gold Glove. Vladdy Guerrero Jr.
Really?
Yeah, shout out to my guy. I called him 2 years ago, by the way, after everybody fucking was
Stop.
asleep on his ass.
Stop.
Literally, I did. Second base, Andres Jimenez. From
And people
the
said
Guardians.
Steph Curry wasn't a good shooter.
Nah, go back and listen, bro. Go back and listen. Third base, Ramon Urias, the Orioles. Shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Left field, Stephen Kwan. Center field, Mal Straw. Right field, Kyle Tucker. Pitcher, Shane Bieber. And utility, DJ LeMahieu. So that is
What?
4 Guardians that won Gold Gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Platinum Glove winner was Trevino from the Yankees. NL, catcher JT Realmuto. First base, Christian Walker from the Diamondbacks. Second base, Brendan Rodgers of the Rockies. Third base, Nolan. Shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Left field, Chicago's own Ian Happ.
Stand up.
Center field, Trent Grisham from the Padres. Right field, Mookie Betts. Pitcher, Max Fried from the Braves. And utility, Brendan Donovan from the Cardinals. Classics on random.
Okay.
There are also the Silver Slugger Awards. I don't know if you guys want me to read those out.
No.
But those are the awards. And tomorrow we find out that Aaron Judge and Paul Goldschmidt are the MVPs.
Also happening tomorrow, only because we recorded today, is going to be some breaking ass news about somebody saying.
Oh, yeah, the Cubs are going to sign Correa, DeGrom, and Judge tomorrow.
I wish.
All 3 on one day.
Que Dios te oiga.
Okay. All right.
That's all I have. That's all I have, personally. I don't know if you guys
That's
have
all
anything
I
else
have.
before we sign off.
Let me make sure I'm recording. That's all I got.
I might. No, it depends when we record next week, but I might bring eggnog.
Ooh.
Oh, I bought some already.
Fuck eggnog.
Alcoholic eggnog?
It's good, dude.
It's good.
It's good with ice.
Yeah.
I bought some already.
Hot.
No,
I haven't
cold.
done that. I haven't done that.
Cold, baby. Is that is eggnog rompope?
Rompope.
Is that what it is?
No.
No
No,
shot.
right?
I don't think
No,
so.
no, I'm just I'm wondering.
Even the one I buy, I don't even think that's eggnog. I think it's just like
It's whiskey?
alcohol. Brandy.
Man. Yeah. I bought one with bourbon. I think that's what kind of
So
threw
we
me
got
off.
last year.
Mm. Shit's good.
Rompope is an eggnog-like drink.
There you
It's
go.
apparently made the same way.
It is.
No,
fucking-
so it is eggnog. It's Mexican eggnog. I never liked it. My parents put it on gelatina.
Oh.
Not a fan.
No, I don't know if and I'm pretty sure I don't like eggnog. But I love whatever that drink is.
Oh yeah, I've only ever had
The Christian Brothers, the
Wait, what?
Holiday
Say that
nog.
again? It threw me off.
the holiday eggnog with whiskey.
because there's eggnog that has no alcohol.
Oh.
Like,
I've never had that.
Gotcha.
I'm talking about the whiskey ones, brother.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I'll bring if I bring it next week, depending when we record.
I have some upstairs right now.
No.
I saw it at Target this past weekend, and I was like, oh shit!
I already put my Christmas tree up.
That's not a wild move. That's
No,
a good move.
Hell no.
It's a good move.
I think I did it too early last year, and by the time Christmas came, like all the leaves were falling off. Everything was
Oh,
dry.
you do a real.
Oh, you do a real
do a
one?
fake
Damn. No.
They folds up nicely.
Yeah.
I want to buy
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
For,
we
for
threw
Netflix.
our fake one out because it was like we used
Ah.
it so many times.
Yeah.
But we would have one the fake one in front and the big ass one in the back because I have the vaulted ceiling.
Mm.
So I got like I think we got it too big.
Let's go.
It was like I think it was like a 10. No, it was like
Jeez.
8 feet. It was an 8-foot tree, but it was fucking huge.
Oh,
It was
man.
awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It smells delicious. But yeah, by the time I got to Christmas, it was like dying. I was like, fuck, got it too early.
We put it up early because last year we put it up, a couple weeks before Christmas, and then we took it down after Christmas. So we're like, damn, that kind of was like
Oh yeah.
uneventful,
Yeah.
So we're like, let's put the fucking whole fucking 2 months. Let's go.
Man, I love the holidays, bro. The
My
holidays
favorite.
are truly my favorite time of the year.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
A nice little soft blanket of snow. Turkey next week. Fucking ham, mashed potatoes.
Stuffing.
I'm not a stuffing guy,
Oh, I love it.
but turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, macaroni.
Sheesh.
Cannot wait. Then the fucking World Cup starts Sunday. Man,
Have
Wow.
you seen?
it's the greatest fucking time of the year.
Have you seen those images?
Have you seen the Netflix documentary?
I started
not
watching
yet,
it.
not
Dude,
yet,
it's
not yet.
good
Yeah,
as
don't
hell.
spoil
It's
it
only
already.
it's only 4 episodes. It's only
Yeah.
4 episodes.
I will
I
watch it.
actually was like looking for something to put in the background while I was working, but it was too
Good.
engaging. So I was like, I'm not even working.
Dude, they have all the
Turn it
guys like Sepp Blatter's there, the
Yeah.
guy who was the head of FIFA, like his associates, some of the old FIFA reps, like
Yeah.
the heads of the different conferences and leagues. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I
Yeah.
definitely recommend. World Cup starts Sunday.
Sunday.
This Sunday.
It starts.
It starts this Sunday. It's only one match. It's the inaugural match with Qatar, and then they start Monday. From Monday till like the end of next week. There's 4 games every day. Starting at like 7 a.m.
I gotta get a TV going at the shop, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna call off Tuesday. That's the Mexico game. I think is when it's at.
What's-
When it is.
What are you
Early,
gonna do
right?
for it?
Just watch it. I'll host. I'll gladly host. If we want to go somewhere, I know Ruben was talking about going to like some bar or something to watch them because obviously they'll have them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what places are hosting them. But
And it's in the daytime.
it's like in the morning. It's like
Let's
at 10
fucking
a.m.
Go, dude.
Yeah.
I'm down. I want to go.
All right, it's happening.
All right. I'm done. He said that he was gonna hit up Nava to see what's happening, but we'll see.
Yeah,
But I want to do it. I want to do it.
Sochi's in daycare during
Nice.
that time. I'm in.
Let's do it.
Wait, how early though?
I think it's 10 a.m.
Oh my god, that would be perfect. Oscar's finding out right now.
Oh man. Mexico's winning shit, by the way.
Yeah, Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Oh baby.
I'm down,
I gotta
brother.
get that jersey.
And then Saturday, you know they're not wearing that jersey?
What? What
All, because all their opponents have white home or away jerseys. So they literally will not get to wear that jersey unless they advance past the group stages, which they should. And they play against a team whose home jersey is not white.
Sick.
So it's very possible that they will not wear those jerseys at all this World Cup. As fire as they are.
Whack.
That's
But I'm
whack.
down.
That's whack.
It's Tuesday at 10 a.m. Then that Saturday, at the Thanksgiving, they play against Argentina at 1.
gonna get pooped.
Dang, we're gonna get shit on, but it's
We're
gonna be
gonna get shit on.
fun.
But they might not. So
They might not. They might not.
Dude, this Mexico squad,
It's bad.
I would not be shocked if they don't make it past the group
Yeah.
stages. Low key,
probably won't.
Oh, that's sad.
They're bad.
they're not good.
They're bad.
not a good team.
What about the U.S. team?
The U.S.
team
team,
actually
low
stacked.
key.
Low key stack.
Not stacked, but Thanksgiving, or is it Thanksgiving Day? They play against England. The memes are gonna be good, brother.
Wow.
That
What-
guy's
what-
a beast. What's his name? Pulisic?
Pulisic.
That guy's a beast.
He's not even the best one. The best one is Reina. They have fucking McKinsey.
Give me the
It's
U.S.
Black
schedule.
Friday.
Give me the U.S. schedule.
They play this Monday at 1 p.m. against Wales. Shout out Gareth Bale. Then they
should win.
play Black Friday.
Oh,
That's the England game
damn.
at 1 p.m.
I gotta order myself a scarf.
Dude,
Yes, dude. Yes.
soccer is insanely lit, bro. Soccer is insanely lit.
We're a soccer podcast now.
Yeah.
Football podcast.
Oh, sorry, football.
Did you watch that Liga final? That was bad.
Which one? The
Mexican
MLS or the Mexican? Dude, the aggregate was like 8-3.
Ass,
They
dude.
literally missed
It
a
was
penalty.
over. Yeah, it was over at the first game. I was like, ah, come on.
Yeah, after the game one, they were literally up like 4 goals, and
Yes.
then they went up more in game 2. And the MLS one was pretty lit. They went to penalties. It was
I know.
LAFC versus
San Diego.
Philadelphia.
No, Philly, yeah. Philly lost 2 championships in one day.
Oh, that's right.
That day, yeah. Yeah.
Soccer's
Soccer's
fun.
good.
The Premier League is good right now.
No idea.
Newcastle is on the come ups. Shout out Arsenal. Shout out Ruben. They're first in the table right now.
Yeah.
Too many leagues.
What about
They-
my Tottenham Hotspurs?
Tottenham Hotspurs, they're third in the table right now.
Let's go.
They're third in the table. So good. Man U and Cristiano Ronaldo has all this drama. Formula One. Sports are lit.
Formula
dude.
One was wild.
Man. I was at the Bears game,
Dude,
so I didn't watch the
fuck
race
Max,
until after.
dude.
Fuck Max.
Fuck Red Bull. I'm switching.
I've been saying
Wow,
it. I've said it for the
wow.
You
fucking
did.
longest time. Fuck
Ramiro,
Max.
I
bro.
can't believe this from
but
you.
this was like bad.
I told you, Max is like selfish. All he cares about
But
himself.
think about it, like
Nah, fuck that.
they
There's
were all
nothing,
kind of that
bro.
way. Like Lewis too. Like with
Oh, Lewis
Bottas.
was. Not to that extent.
Not
Lewis,
to that extent.
Not
but
to the literally.
kind of why I hated Lewis.
The reason
to start with.
it was fucked was because Max already has the
Yeah.
championship locked up, and it was a 6th place finish.
That's
It
why I stopped
literally
watching
didn't
that
matter
for
anything.
because I was like, all right, Max won. What the fuck is the point?
Now the drama. So now it's drama heading into the last race because Checo and Charles Leclerc are
Yeah.
tied for 2nd place. So
Yeah.
whoever finishes ahead of each other will win the 2nd place in the drivers' championship. If George Russell wins the race and somehow Leclerc and Sergio fall out of the points, so they finish 10th or below, or they crash out of the race or whatever, then George Russell wins 2nd.
That's not gonna happen.
That'd be crazy to happen. But if Checo Perez does end up finishing the year in 2nd place, it'll be the first time in Red Bull's history that they have drivers
Yeah.
finishing 1st and 2nd.
And that could have happened.
Which
if
is why
this
Red Bull was
dumbass-
also pissed. And then Max's mom is
I know that was. I didn't even get that. I went down the fucking thread. I was like, all right, I do not understand what's happening.
So in Monaco, when Checo Perez won,
he was cheating.
afterwards there was a video of him coming out of a
Yeah.
yacht, like all like hungover and shit.
Yeah, he was Urban Meyer.
Nah, not even that. It was literally just him coming out of a yacht, like all fucked up, like still in
I
his
saw his
party
ass
shirt.
hugging some fucking.
It was a
female.
guy. He was
Was
like a
it?
guy.
I
Yeah,
thought
like
it was a female.
they're helping him off the boat, and then apparently he
dude.
cheated on his wife. And then Max Verstappen's mom was commenting on Instagram like, "Yeah, he cheated." Dude, the drama was insane. It was actually insane.
Little rich boy, bitch boy. Drama,
Checo
dude.
Perez straight up saying
Bitch
that
boys, dude, all of them.
straight up saying that if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't have won, which is very true.
Very
Very literally true. But the drama heading into the last race is awesome. In a race that literally shouldn't matter,
Right.
whatever, it matters so much.
That's great.
I'm in.
Sports are awesome.
Yeah. Bulls suck.
Bulls suck. What the fuck else is new? Bears fucking suck.
Nah. Well, they do, but Justin Fields is awesome. Justin Fields is
Justin
much must-watch
Fields
TV.
Is a great runner of the football
Come on, dude.
with a great vision. Did I say anything incorrect?
Yeah.
Great quarterback, dude. Come on.
What? I never said he's not. I said he's
Come
a
on.
great.
You insinuated.
Yeah.
No, you guys are
You're talking
interpreting it that
whistling
way.
right now.
Justin Fields is a great runner of the ball with great field vision
He throws the ball too.
for
dude.
open spaces.
He's thrown
Yeah.
like the most since like week 4, I believe. Are
You
you
know,
I'm not
watching
saying
the
he's
games?
not good. I literally
watching
never
the
once. I was at the game.
Is he a great
Bro,
quarterback?
besides that game,
No.
he's not a great quarterback.
No,
Literally
I'm
breaking
answering your
records.
question. Sorry. No. Time out. I said no to have I seen other games. I didn't hear what
Oh.
you asked.
Yeah,
I asked
okay.
if Justin Fields is a great quarterback.
Yes.
Great? I don't know yet.
Is he a good quarterback?
Yes.
I think he is good. If I had
Very
to choose
good.
between good or bad, I'd say good.
He's very good.
Is he a very good
He's
quarterback?
like six
I don't
in
know.
rushing.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll know that if he's great or not until he has either A, protection, so he has time to throw, and or B, somebody to throw the ball to.
Yes.
But he's throwing well now.
Yeah, with nobody and no protection.
Yeah.
Against bad teams. These next few games, this next stretch of games are
Yeah,
like
but like
Dude, think about this.
17 of the NFL teams are bad.
And this is the ruler I kind of used to like, and it hyped me up even more. Is like, Michael Vick didn't even do this. Remember Michael Vick? I don't remember.
running. Nah, mames, this guy.
But I'm
Now
saying,
I'm fucking
how
taking out
awesome,
fucking headphones.
how awesome was Michael Vick watching? He is doing better
You need
than
to
that.
relax.
Dude.
Running
Oh
wise,
my
yes.
God. Whoa. Dude, it's the 2022 NFL, dude. You got to run.
Nah, I don't know if you have to run.
Josh
It
Allen,
helps to
Jalen
run.
Hurts.
It helps to run.
Who else?
That's
Fucking-
true. That's true. Look, I'm not saying he's not a. I'm not saying that he's not a good quarterback. I'm saying that he's a good quarterback.
I don't know.
I
There's
just
a
don't
lot
know.
to be
I
fucking
just don't
hyped
know
about,
what
man.
he is yet.
Like we were hyped
And I
about
feel like-
fucking other court like this.
Yeah, but
is well
there's a
deserving.
better chance that he's going to be really good than he's going to be
and
bad.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying I don't know what he is yet. I'm just saying I
But
need
you
to see
know
more.
at bare minimum he's
awesome.
very good.
I know at bare minimum that he's mobile. I can scramble for first downs, like scramble for yards. And I don't think that's wild. I don't think that's a wild assessment.
No, that's
He
not
could
wild.
Throw. He
I would say he's
threw 57
There's
yards.
he's still young. So and there's still plays that you see in which he makes the wrong read or literally the pick six.
Yeah,
You
that was
know,
a
like
bad
he's
throw.
still making mistakes, and he
Of
admitted
course.
himself that it's a bad throws, and he
Came
has
right back and ran 60
he,
something
he
yards.
has the quotes where he's like, "I'm waking up at 2 a.m. to watch film and shit." That's all cool, and that's that fucking quote unquote mama mentality, and that's what you want to see, right? You want to see these guys want to win.
Man, I don't know.
But I don't know what he is yet. I hope he's good. I hope that he'll be literally elite because the Bears have never had that in their franchise's
Never.
history.
He's gonna break all the records.
I just hope that Chase Claypool was worth what we traded for,
Yeah,
and that we spend money in the offseason because right now our defense is dog shit.
dog shit.
We have no real offensive line, and our receivers are not good.
Yeah, fair, all of them.
That's why I don't know what he is yet. At the bare minimum, he's
but
exciting.
he's doing very well with all of that.
At a bare minimum, I know that he's exciting. It's okay.
Even with all of what you just said, he's doing very, very well.
Very good, dude. MVP talks.
These past few weeks, yes, he started off not so hot.
Yeah, before
Yeah,
they
I
were
mean,
using
players
him
get-
the way
Yeah, players get
that's crazy, man. The way the
Yeah,
coaches
and
are
that's
using him
another
before.
fair criticism. He wasn't shining because he was being asked to do stuff that maybe he's not good at. Because they changed his mechanics in the offseason too, if you guys remember.
Yeah.
They changed his throwing
And
mechanics.
they just weren't using him the way he should have been being used.
Well, now it's just I feel like teams will adapt because they're not even doing like trick run plays, or it's not even like he's scrambling, which is how you see a lot of like the Josh Allen's or whatever, where like the play breaks up, so then he uses his feet to, like he scrambles out of the pocket and then runs for 30 yards or whatever. But the Bears are doing just straight draws, straight snap, and you run.
But he's what do you
He's
mean?
also scrambling.
Yeah.
He's also scrambling, but they're doing a lot of just straight QB draw plays.
Yeah.
A lot.
Sure, he could run. Why wouldn't you?
I
Part
don't
of
know.
his game.
I'd like to see a little trickery, I guess. But then again,
I
you
don't-
can't because you won't have time in the pocket. So I don't know.
Can't wait.
All
Fuck the
I have-
Packers.
Do we play them next week?
No, but fuck them.
Not my bad.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers. They're gonna suck.
Oh God,
we're
that
gonna have a
honestly,
quarterback and we're gonna win the Super Bowl.
I don't even know. I think that might be making me happier this NFL season.
Yeah, it all heads up. It's all awesome.
I haven't watched much football this year.
I love
TBH.
football.
I stopped betting and it's the best thing ever.
I also have stopped betting. I was up fucking 8 units. I lost them back down again.
8 units? I don't even know what the fuck that
It's like
means.
$100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking like
just-
$800.
I was up 8 units.
I'm like, oh, there's no way this loses, and then it loses.
Yeah,
Like
I
the
love
fucking
that.
Jets beat the Bills.
that was awesome. That was awesome.
The Jets are good this
The
year, low key.
Commanders. Did you guys watch that game? That game was
Yeah,
awesome.
that last call fucked me in my other fantasy football league. I needed like 3 more points from Jalen Hurts, which he would have got in that garbage time or that drive to win. And of course, flag.
Yeah, I'm watching a lot of sports. A lot.
I have been watching a lot of soccer the past month. A lot of soccer and then just whatever the F1's on the weekend. And then baseball, the playoffs, obviously I watched, but a lot of it was more so like on the background. But I watch the soccer games that are on Saturdays and Sundays in the morning, not at 6 a.m. If they're like at 10, 11 a.m., I'll turn them on.
Damn. I got hyped talking about Bears right there.
Fuck the fucking Bears. I don't know. We'll see what Justin Fields is.
We will.
I feel like we already have.
I love him.
If this is what he is,
I
wish he was better.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
If this is his peak, you'd be happy with it?
He's traumatized, dude. Traumatized Bears fan.
Damn.
I
You gotta
am.
be, you gotta be happy.
I want him to
dude.
be elite, dude. I want him to
when
fucking
happy
lead.
things happen, let's be happy.
I want him to get MVP votes. I want him to lead us to wins.
I don't give
So
a
I
fuck about
want.
wins right now. The worst defense in the world.
Yeah,
We
right
traded
now I
away
don't care.
Everything away.
That loss on Sunday was perfect. We missed because of an extra
Yeah.
point. Perfect.
Perfect.
Do we have a first round draft pick this year?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Fuck.
Nah, we have to.
And then we traded
The Bulls
our
don't.
second.
Yeah, we traded our second.
That's bad. But we have a lot of money, so
a lot of money.
just sign some fucking guys, man. Woo. I'm excited.
2023.
Anyway,
That's all I had. Watch soccer, watch Formula One,
yeah.
and that's pretty much it.
Christmas around the corner. Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, guys. We'll see you next week, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
have a
Hopefully
first-
something happens.
We have our first round pick.
Let's go.
Our first round pick.
Let's suck. Let's keep losing. Talk to you guys next week.
Yeah.
Hit it.